Hi, this is Len from Hygrid.io. In this video, I'm going to give a brief demonstration of the capabilities of Hygrid with real estate data. In this case, we're going to connect Hygrid to Zillow and the Dallas Central Appraisal District, or better known as DCAD, and combine the data sets and allow users to pull queries of those data sources right from within Excel without having to write any code. They can just use native Excel functionality. Before I begin, let me introduce Hygrid. What is Hygrid? Hygrid is a cloud-based data platform. It's a middleware that enables very rapid Excel delivery of database and web API data sets. It creates a much more efficient workflow for Excel analysts in that they can just pull data from within Excel without having to log in to other places. And we're going to have a couple fun use cases here. We're going to query the DCAD database to get all the properties and tax assessments of a particular street. And we'll also view that data and look at the tax assessments of property owners named Cuban and join that information with Z estimates. So the way to access Hygrid is through an add-in, which is a one-time installation. We'll have a login, and the analyst will be permissioned for various reports depending on what they subscribe to or what they're permissioned for by their administrators. And in this case, you can see that we have two primary data sources. We have Dallas Tax Authority, DCAD, and Zillow. And we can run queries of the data just by using this panel. And every single report can also be used as a formula, which I'll demonstrate later. So in this case, let's first just look at all the properties that are on Main Street. So these are all the properties that DCAD has that is in Main Street. You can see it's linked to a sheet, and additionally, any pivot table that is in the workbook will be automatically updated, thus making Excel like a reporting tool. For instance, I already created a pivot table here, which just shows owners of properties and the total value and the square footage. It looks like DCAD is missing some square footage in the data for some of these other ones. But let's take like a residential street. So let's say there's a Robin Road. We can search that. We'll see it's going to remember this sheet. So the data is pulling into Robin Road, and bam, we can see now who all the owners are on Robin Road. Let's go back to sheet 1, and in addition to searching streets, let's look for tax records that have property owners with the name Cuban. Okay, great. So we got these properties. Now we can also pull Zillow data right from within Excel as well. So in this case, I actually updated this Zillow market data. I can give it as estimate. But we can also run this as a formula and see, this is the fun example. Let's say in this example we have all these property addresses, we have the total taxable rate. Let's say we also wanted to combine it. We wanted to combine it with Zillow data. So let's pull in the Zestimate, and Zestimate last updated, because that's what the formula pulls back 2 columns. And let's take the difference. So in order to run this estimate, we just simply do an equal, just like we're running any function, and we will be able to run the market value this way. We have to give the address, the street number, and the full street address. So we have to combine them by putting a space and between street number and street name. The city, state, and zip, we can just hard code that in, but we could also use the formula. Put in Dallas, Texas, and this is the display headers. We don't want to display, since we're going to have just the values for every row. We don't need the heading. So there we have it. Zillow is being called for these addresses, and this is the estimates. Looks like this is the same street DCAD came back with. So these are dupes. And then we have this. It looks like Zillow does not giving us any data for this particular address. That's okay. So let's take the difference between the Zestimate and the taxable value. All right, so this is $622,000 of difference between this, and this is a whopping $6.4 million difference between the Zestimate and the tax appraisal. That is an example of how we can combine Zillow with tax authority data in order to make a more powerful reporting analytics tool for analysts. If you'd like to learn more, please contact us on our contact sheet, and we'd be happy to set you up with a demo.